Hi, good morning. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today we are going to continue our lesson about science process skills. Before we proceed our lesson, please recite the dua together. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahumma aftah alaina hikmataka wa anshur alaina min khazaini rahmatika ya arhamar rahimin. What are we going to learn today? Today, we move to science process skills number 3, measuring and using number. Measuring and using number is a process of making a quantitative observation using number and tools with standard units. Remember, previously we had talked about observations. There are two types of observation. What are they? Qualitative observations, that is only using your sensory organs, and quantitative observations. So, quantitative observations is an observing process that using number and tools with standard units. What are the parameters that we can measure? We can measure length, width, volume, weight, time, and temperature. Remember, you had learned in year 3 that there are 3 types of volume. Those are volume of regularly shaped solid, volume of irregularly shaped solid, and volume of liquid. Can we measure smell? Can we measure taste? No. So, remember, this is the only parameter that we can measure using the appropriate tools and standard units. What are the appropriate tools and standard units for each parameter? Look at this table. Each parameter can be measured using each standard tools and can be recorded using standard units. And to carry out a measurement, you must apply an appropriate techniques. What are they? First, you must always read the smallest number of the scale, or we call it the initial reading. For example, if you want to measure a length of a pencil and your ruler already broken, please look the smallest number. If the smallest number is 3, so you must measure from 3. Next, always read the number from eye level. What does it mean by eye level? Especially when you are going to measure the volume of liquid using measuring cylinder, your eye level must be parallel with the meniscus of water. This is the correct eye level. You cannot see the scale or look the scale from the top and from the bottom, because if you look the scale from the top and from the bottom, it won't give you the correct data or the accurate data. Data tak akan tepat. Okay, we move to science process skills number 4, predicting. Predicting is making forecasts about events based on observation and previous experiences or reliable data. Look here again, mention about observation and reliable data. What is the science process skill that support to this process? First, observing process. Secondly, measuring and using number. So, meaning is all these science process skills are related to each other. Look at this situation. This is a chart shows a stage of plant growth from week 1 to week 3. Can you please observe the plants. Can you identify the number of leaves? Next, can you predict how many leaves will this plant has on week 4? When you count the number of leaves, you can identify that the number is increasing or decreasing. Yes, the number is increasing. Each week, it increased 2 leaves become 3, and for the third week, increase another 2 become 5. So, we can predict in week 4, the number of leaves will become 7. 5 plus 2 become 7. Move to SPS number 5, making inference. Using data collection to conclude and explain the event, or we can say to give a reason, to make a reasoning. What support this process? Again, observing activity or observing process support making inferences. And data collected from your observation or data collected from measuring and using number activity also support your inference. Another is concept and principle. Concept and principle is knowledge that you had learned before. For example, look at this growth of plants. The plant is grow healthy. The number of leaves is increasing from week 1, from week 3. Can you make an inference? Can you give the reason? Yes, based on your observing process, you identify the number of leaves and you already have the concept. You had learned before that a plant needs sunlight and water to grow. So, from this observation and your knowledge, you can make an inference. The plant grows well because it has enough sunlight and water. Next, science process skills number 6, the last SPS for today, communicating. Using words, graphic, and models to describe an event or to describe any changes around us. This is an example of diagram. From this diagram, we can understand that the plant grows well. The number of leaves increasing. This is a table. Look at your left side. You can see this is an example of communicating using words, while on your right side is an example of communicating using chart. This we call tree chart. A tree chart is used in classifying process. That's all our lesson for today. Thank you. Till we meet again. Bye.